Hey there everybody, how we all doing? Today I just wanted to make a quick little commentary, I guess kind of talking about, what we might expect for Titanfall Update 9. Now, Titanfall Update 8 featured the brand new Horde mode, Frontier Defense, along with a host of other new features, including like some new Titan OS voices. There might have been a couple of new insignias in there as well, I'm not entirely sure. In addition to a couple of other black market changes and things like that. So, basically, Respawn Studios seems to have put a lot of manpower into getting this Update 8 running and functional and pushed out to everybody. And now that it's out there, out in the wild, and you have hundreds of people playing Frontier Defense at pretty much any time on any system, one has to wonder, what is Respawn going to do next? Do you think that they're going to actually try to outdo themselves? Do you think they're going to try and add something even more new that's crazy and out there, that they're going to try, maybe not even to outdo themselves from Update 8, but just to, try to bring out something really cool next? Or do you think that they're just going to kind of scale it back and just resort to, I guess not resort to isn't the right phrase, but pretty much just kind of, at this point in the game's life, just do a couple of more bug fixes and patches and that kind of thing, and then just kind of leave it alone and just, call the game kind of done and get working on a brand new next project, assuming that there will be one at all. So, I would imagine that yes, there's probably a Titanfall 2 in the works, but for now, what can we expect in terms of new game modes? Could we expect like a Protect the Titan game mode that a lot of people have been speculating about, where you'll have one Titan and he's going to kind of try to move across the map and it's your job to protect him and keep him alive. Some people have talked about a Titan tag, and in this game mode, what you're going to see, at least that's kind of what I've heard speculated, is that there's going to be basically one Titan. And your goal is to try and kill that Titan, and then once you kill that Titan, you get your own Titan, and it's kind of like playing tag, or something to that effect. Not sure if that's something that would ever actually happen. That sounds almost like a free-for-all kind of game mode, almost like a Halo Juggernaut mode. So not sure if that's something that would ever actually happen. I've also heard rumblings of about like a Hack the Panel kind of game mode, or Marked for Death Pro, which I think Marked for Death Pro is actually one that Respawn has actually talked about and instead is going to come in the future. So that's probably going to come next after Deadly Ground, as far as I'm aware. So do you think that that might be the very last, kind of seasonal game mode or, update exclusive game mode that they're doing? Or do you think that there might be more in the future? So let me know in the comment section down below what you think. Personally, what I would love to see for Titanfall is kind of an extension of the Frontier Defense mode and turning it into actually a competitive mode. So take like the Power Core, or the Harvester I guess I should say, and you put two on the map, and the Militia gets one and the IMC gets one, and you can basically turn it into almost like an Onslaught game mode, like from Unreal Tournament 2004, if you've ever played that. And if you haven't, you don't know what I'm talking about, I would strongly suggest that you go to your YouTube search box right now, and you type in Unreal Tournament 2004 Onslaught tutorial, and you watch a couple of videos about it, where it basically shows you, what the game mode was. And I'll go over it briefly myself. So basically, each team is a Power Core, and in between each Power Core is kind of like a bunch of like King of the Hill objectives, I'll call them. So you have like a bunch of hills, and on each hill, which it's not actually like legitimately a hill, but just like just an objective capturable area, let's say, like a hard point or something. So in each of those points, they're all linked up on the map, kind of like a web shape. So, you like every point is linked up to, 1, 2, or 3 others. And you can basically draw a line from your Power Core across those hard points into an enemy's Power Core. And once you draw, you capture enough points and you like draw a complete line across the map, you can actually attack the enemy's Power Core. So basically it becomes a matter of, you can't just rush into their base and just attack it. You have to actually control the map and work as a team together to actually make a front line and push forward to get into the enemy base and then assault that enemy base. So it becomes a matter of which team is able to destroy the other team's Power Core first. So I think that would be a really, really cool and different kind of game mode that would actually promote the usage of heavier weapons, as opposed to everyone just running car SMGs and shotguns and carbines and smart pistols all the time. You're going to actually be forced to use some LMGs to actually do some good damage to this Power Core. You know, potentially they could even make it so the lesser used weapons will do more damage to it or something like that. Or they could just even just have it be the straight up, you know, damage to Titans that pilot weapons do. Just, you know, if you're just straight up shooting a Titan, that could kind of transfer over to these power cores. Just an example of something that I would love to see and I think could work really well. But what do you guys think that we might see in an Update 9? You know, what kind of bug fixes would you want to see? What kind of updates would you want to see happen to the game? You know, and they're not going to be adding any new weapons or anything like that. It's way too late in the game's life for that to ever happen, so that's not going to be a thing that we're going to see. But, you know, what new kind of game modes and small tweaks or changes or updates do you plan on seeing? Do you think we might see even more OS voices? Do you think we might get a Vince Zampella mode, you know, where we get him yelling at us? Or maybe even we could have some of the characters within the campaign that we don't see in multiplayer, like Barker, for example, actually be narrators for us, or Graves be a narrator for us, so we can choose to get away from Bish and Sarah and we can have somebody else yelling at us for a change. Maybe that would be something cool that we could potentially see in the future. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you enjoyed the gameplay. Hopefully you enjoyed all the ideas, and I'd love to hear what else you guys have. We'll see you next time. Take care.